What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. I have to go live. Some big news. Yeah, KG, where are you? Yeah, man, I'm just settling up, just setting up the thing. But yeah, listen, there's some big news in again, another departure, another expected one. And it looks like it isn't Arsenal after all. But you know what? That's for them to work out. You know, I've been seeing so much Arsenal content with Raphinha going there. It's been quite funny to watch, actually. But when you see what's happening now, kind of looks silly in hindsight, doesn't it? But listen, shout out to everyone in the building so far. Yeah, Gavin, Gavin winded up his internet. Lovely, lovely. But listen, we're here to talk about Raphinha. It looks like with everything now, much like the Calvin Phillips thing, Raphinha is off, and he is off to Chelsea. Let me just get the tweet up from Fabrizio. And you know me, told you many times before, even going back to last year, when you want some European transfer news, when it involves European players, he's the guy to go to. Fabrizio Romano said that Chelsea and Leeds have reached full agreement for Raphinha. Official bid accepted for around 60 to 65 million, add-ons included. Main part of amount to be paid immediately. It's done between the clubs. So for me, that's it. It's as good as done. It's as good as done. I know Andy C here is saying Sky Sports are saying they're still in talks and nothing is agreed with. It's a personal terms, but for me, what you have to understand with Sky Sports is that their sources are slow. They're very slow. When you go to guys like Fabrizio and people like that, they've got more direct contact with agents and people like that. So they'll always get the news first. And for me, Chelsea was always going to be an option for him, the Champions League thing, and we'll get into that as well. Nice to see everyone in there. Shout out to Hannah, shout out to Amelia. Hope you're well. Oh yeah, AG, we'll talk about the abs in just a second. But yeah, Fabrizio followed on as well. More on Raphinha. Arsenal had a meeting with Leeds and made a new verbal bid in the last hours, turned down by Leeds. Barcelona also called Leeds again, but no chance to match Chelsea bid. Chelsea are now working to get the agreement done, also on personal terms. Yeah, and for me with that as well, the personal terms thing, I got to believe that Deco will already have had that kind of worked out with Chelsea. You know what's really cool? What's really mad about this whole Chelsea thing? They've gone from doing nothing to potentially now signing Raphinha and Raheem Sterling on the other wing. That's sensational business by Chelsea. But listen, the main thing for me, and you know me, it always comes back to the club first, is that we're getting the bulk of the money up front, which is probably why the Cody Gakpo rumors have been gathering pace. Listen, if Cody Gakpo is one of the replacements to come in, I'm cool with that. I think Cody Gakpo's got a high ceiling. The guy knows his stuff. He's still learning. He's still a raw talent, but he's getting better with every year. And listen, a guy that modeled himself after Thierry Henry and got tips from finishing by Ruud van Nistelrooy, he's all right with me. But listen, let's talk about the Raphinha departure. And shout out to everyone in the building. I'll get into your comments as well, because obviously I want to hear from you. Nathan Wright saying Deco being ex-Chelsea definitely played a role. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a part, but I think the main bit for Raphinha, and I said it all along, which is why the whole Arsenal thing didn't make sense to me, was Champions League football. That was the main thing. I just couldn't see him going to Arsenal. I think they delayed and delayed us for as long as they can, because I think if Arsenal finish in the top four, I think they would have probably done a deal by now. I genuinely believe that. I think Champions League was everything. Dan Savage here, check the core in talks with Crystal Palace. Yeah, Leeds should have looked at that. Yeah, he was one of those on my video that I would love to have seen come to Leeds. He would be absolutely ideal in that midfield. Instead of Tyler Adams, check the core, but I think he's looking to go with Uncle Pat Vieira, and do his thing at Crystal Palace and ball out with the Mandem. It is what it is. He's in London. They've got a real good squad there building up. I can completely understand the Crystal Palace attraction. Let's have a look. Nathan, yeah, exactly. Yeah, with the Champions League. Hannah saying, hope this is invested wisely. Only thing that worries me is no Premier League experience. Well, Hannah, Raphinha had no Premier League experience, and he was okay, wasn't he? He's done all right for us. We've turned a £17 million player into one that's going we're going to sell for 65. So I would say that's a good thing. Listen, Tyler Roberts has got Premier League experience. You know what I mean? Oh, I said just on a quick side note, and thank you, Hannah. On a side note, I saw that the training pictures have come out, and people are back for preseason. I was like, yeah, Mark Rucker, yeah, Robin Koch, yeah, Pascal, looking good, mate. And then I saw one with Tyler Roberts. I thought, oh man. Saw Rodrigo. I thought, Lord, 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 this is why we're going to be in the Dunya, people. Like, as good as the signings we got coming in are, it's not enough. So this is again why we need the money up front for both Calvin and Raphinha, so we can just plow it back into the squad. Because for me, when I saw Tyler Roberts and Rodrigo, my eyes rolled a few times. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Ed's taking the mick here. Walcott to Leeds. Get out of here. Nah, Dale, you know what it is. You know what it is, because somebody, Allison, in the last stream said that he was on the way to Cardiff. It got me all excited. I thought, yes, that's it. For me, it's addition by subtraction with him now. Just get him out of here. But yeah, Nathan, I saw that link too. Costa link with Norwich. Hey, get it done. Get it done. We need to get these players out of here. Down saying, KG, please reassure me that the board have got deals in place now, that we have everyone aware our top players are going and we're desperate for replacements. I've already said this, Dan. I've said that the board would have already been working in the background on deals as we're about to lose our two-star players. You can't sell these two without having deals done in the background. It's just impossible. The fans won't stand for it. If there isn't replacements in by the Wolves game, you'll certainly hear about it. Well, they will certainly hear about it. So for me, they've already done the work in the background, and probably fees have been agreed with a couple of players. We're still after De Ketelaere. I hope we get that one in. That one is it for me. And just say we do get De Ketelaere, Gakpo, Tyler Adams. I wish it was Decore, but let's say Tyler Adams and another midfielder. Although we've lost our two crown jewels, we've actually made the squad stronger. You know what I mean? So it will be in much better shape than it was with, say, Calvin and Raphinha. We were much too reliant on Raphinha, by the way. So this is going to now force everyone else to step up. They're going to have to step up now, much like the Aston Villa guys had to step up once Grealish left. These guys are going to have to do the same. It's going to be interesting. In regards to Raphinha and his destination, has anybody got a problem with it being Chelsea? Interested to hear. Let me know. Leeds 1-2 need 6 more players. That's being generous, but yeah, we definitely need more in that starting 11 for me. Leeds 1-2, and this is why I go back onto those training photos. It's nice to see Mark Rucker. It's nice to see Robin Koch look refreshed, Pascal look refreshed. I'm excited for those guys. But then when you see Rodrigo and Tyler Roberts and for me Patrick Bamford, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not feeling those guys. So I just want to see the squad get better with better individuals in the team, more individuals with the will to win. That's it for me. I don't want people that are just happy to be here or comfortable. I need people that are here to win. Dale Steele saying he hates Chelsea, but better than him going to Liverpool. I'd agree with that. I'm with you there, Dale. Juggus Farmer, KG, when coming Minamino? Minamino's gone to Monaco. That's done. That's absolutely done. Bandy's saying Chelsea is bad as Red Manchester. Bandy's old school though. I will say that, Bandy, and shout out to you, man. He's old school, but yeah, let me know, because I've got to be honest with you. I mean, I don't really care for Chelsea in that way. Like I don't really care, as in all the songs that are sung at the ground. I don't think I supported them at the right time to get why there's such hatred. I know the old school people can put it in the comments and let me know, but I've always just thought of Chelsea as yeah, you know what I mean. For me, I got more of a dislike for more clubs than Chelsea. Millwall being one, and we've got to talk about Millwall at some point if one deal goes through to them. But yeah, Man United growing up, and never liked them. I respected what they were doing, but I never liked them. I always hated to see them win. But when Chelsea win, I don't feel anything. So Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm not really bothered. I just want the money up front, as we're gonna see, and then we can reinvest it into the team. Yeah, I mean Dale. Yeah, saying Chelsea goes back to the 70s. Exactly. That's way before I knew, and I don't come from a Leeds United supporting family, so I didn't have a dad telling me, "Oh, this is why we hate Chelsea." You know what I mean? So it don't mean nothing to me, in all honesty. Matt Davis, Bamford's attitude at the end of last season has really put you off, KG. Yeah, it has. He's got, for me, he should be. He's got a lot to prove to everyone at Leeds after the season he had. And the thing is, it's crazy because I don't really see many people talking about. I mean, well, actually, here you go, Slim Ben. I'm not feeling Bamford after his shameful attitude last season. Okay, I mean, there are a few people that have said it, but um, for me, Bamford, as if he's going to play, if he's going to stay, which it looks like he's going to now that we've survived, because I definitely believe if we had got relegated, he would have gone. There was just too much talk by Jesse to say that he was going to be fit and raring to go, but he needs to have a meeting with him to see if he's going to play. What is that about? But listen, if he's here, he needs to score goals. That's all I want to see from him. I don't want to see anything else from Bamford. I don't even follow him on social media anymore. I think the last post I saw, and it just made me go, "What?" It was something like, and I'm paraphrasing here. Oh, I wish I could have been on the pitch more and helped out the team this season. But if you care about the climate, my lightning shoes or something, I just went, you know what, mate? Get out of here. You know what I mean? And I'm all for footballers having things outside of football. I've always been an advocate of that. But for me, I've heard more about his bloody lightning shoes than actually see him do this after scoring a goal lately. You know what I mean? So for me, Bamford's got a lot to make up for. But I'm interested to see if we do get CDK in and another striker as Jesse wants, and with Gilhart, where does he fit in? Does Jesse trust him? I'm very interested in that. Danny, sorry, yeah. Whoa, we just went off on a tangent there. Danny saying at least Chelsea haven't insulted us with a low bid, respected our valuation and paid for it. Well, listen, Chelsea couldn't have done that because, as the saying goes, they're a historical rival, so they always knew they're going to have to bid upwards. They were always going to have to meet the asking price, which looks like they have. They were always going to have to put the money up. I always make the thing with Dan James. If he went to Leicester, Leicester probably pay 15, 20 million, but we had to pay over the odds because of the historical rivalry. So yeah, they knew. Yeah, I mean Vic Vinegar saying he was injured. Yeah, I don't believe that. When Jesse Marsh said that he's fit, and I'm the coach and I would pick him, but then say we've got to have another meeting. That doesn't say to me he's injured. It says something else. It says that he's probably protecting his value in case the team go down. But that's just my thinking. You don't have to think that. We all have our own minds, but he's got a lot to make up for me. Super chat here from Thomas. Shout out to you. Thank you for the support. I hope Auto pulls out all the stops to get CDK. Me too. Me too. It would be, trust me on this, it would be a tremendous signing. Tremendous. I would love to see him in the building. He would take us, his play just takes you to another dimension, and we're definitely getting goals from him. That's the most important thing for me. All the running around and holding up the ball is cool. He can do that, but he also knows where the back of the net is. That's what we need from our forward players, and it's going to be good. Hopefully, we get him in. Goldie LUFC. What NHL team do you support? Pittsburgh Penguins. Goldie always has been Pittsburgh Penguins, man. Um, Beard Cog, do you have memberships on here, KG? I do. They're in the description, Beard Cog. Because I'm going to be asking somebody who does member streams. I'm going to be doing a member stream at some point. So, or any members that are on the channel, I'm going to try and set that one up, and we can all talk about leads and things together. But let me get that set up so I can do it properly. I don't want to do a botch job on that. So, but yeah, there are memberships. It's in the description of the video, mate. Uh, Tim Chapman with the super chat. Thank you. The joke's on Chelsea when Raf has to face Firpo. Yeah, I've seen that joke recycled so many times, Tim. Yes, I mean Firpo may have to come up against him, but there's other players on the pitch too. There's other players, and who's to say that our replacement for Raphinha doesn't do the business on Chelsea? Who knows? Who knows, man? But thank you for the super chat as always, man. Lewis is saying, really hope this doesn't happen. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gail, smash the like. But yeah, please, people, over 300 of you in here, please hit the like button for me. That would mean the world. You know how it goes. That's the best way to support the channel. Matt Davis, Furpo does have pockets. Unfortunately, they have holes. Oh my days. Come on, guys. Come on. All right. Lewis is sorry, I'm just scrolling up because Lewis is saying making mistakes still in our best players. Lewis, that's the position we're in, I'm afraid. It's the reality of football. You can't keep players like Raphinha and Calvin Phillips, who, when you look at it now, Lewis, they haven't just gone to Crystal Palace or Southampton. They've gone to Chelsea and Manchester City, respectively. They've gone to the top clubs because that's where they should be. We're in no position. Even if we had finished 10th, we could have probably said to them, listen, we're going to get 3 players and we're going to push for Europe. Maybe that would have made a difference. But now we're not in that position, Lewis. We're a 17th place club that's looking to build and hopefully get to mid-table. I think that's probably our aim. But at this moment in time, we are not moving to mid-table with the players that we currently have. So they have to get in signings. That's the key thing. Get the money up front, get the signings through the door, preferably before they go to Australia. That would be the best thing. They need to get on these deals quick now. Quick. Alex saying, good business, Cage. They stepped up the cash tonight. Can't keep player who wants plus C League. Sorry, I don't get the last bit, Alec, but yeah, it is good business overall. I think it's over when you put it all together now, over 100 million for the 2 players. Probably a little bit less than what you would have hoped for if you finished higher, because obviously their performances would have been higher. Well, Calvin would have played more games, Raphinha would have scored more goals and things like that. Unfortunate, but listen, over 100 million is good, but it's about what you do with it now. What are you going to do now to reinvest it? We're hearing all the same names all the time, but we don't know if those are the only names that Leeds have been linked with. You know, a lot of work goes on behind the scenes. We just don't know. But for me, Gakpo, if that can do that, CDK especially, that would be my number one. I hope that's their number one target too. Yes, Tyler Adams for another midfield option, but we need another. Sander Berger, man, get him in. Morgan Gibbs-White has been linked with Forest today. Get Morgan Gibbs-White if you can get him. There's players out there, people. There's players. Check the core. I know he's gone to Palace though, but yeah, man. Gavin Parry, Champions League. It's too big of a pull. It's too big of a pull, and I've said it for so long. Even when we first signed him in the first year, Raphinha had Champions League talent. It was so obvious, and he's going for it. He's going for it. Let's have a look. Matt saying, if we sign Calvin's replacement, I will live in fear of an injury again, as if we lose one of the 2 new CDMs, then we're still looking at Forshaw and Click. No, man, nah, I know, but listen, injuries in football happen. You can't help that. But this is where the board have to get it right, and that's what I mean, fleshing out the midfield with a few players, not just 2. We can't just go with 2 or 3. We need to make sure that Forshaw sees the pitch as little as possible, along with Click. I'm hoping that they're still trying to sell players. In all honesty, I think that they do need to get rid of a couple of these players. I just think of they don't get. I'm not going to mention any names, but the usual suspects, when I see them in the new training kit and everything else like that, it doesn't inspire me. I don't think, you know what, man? I think you're going to have a good year this year. I'm thinking, Jesus, you're going to hold us back even more. You know what I mean? That's where I am with a lot of these players, especially the ones from last season. I got no interest in them. I was speaking to my partner today about him. She's like, wouldn't you even say hello to Thing? I said, I literally stood next to like Tyler Roberts after the Brighton game. I was there. And I had no interest in talking to him, no interest in saying hello. I don't want to see these guys at the club. I just don't. You know, I want my club to be better than what it is. And we're not going to get better with some of these players that we've got here. I need killers on the team. I need players that believe in themselves, that they should be playing for Leeds United in the Premier League. That's what I want. I don't want these people that are happy to be here. I need players that can take us to the next level. Oh no, Diogo Pontes saying Anthony from Ajax to replace Raf. I wish Diogo, but he's not coming here. And Ajax at the moment, I think Manchester United are in for him, and they keep on hiking the price because they keep losing players. Ajax have sold a few players this summer, and Anthony is a jewel in their crown, and they're going to make sure it's expensive. He's not coming here. There's no chance of getting at Anthony to Leeds United, I'm afraid. Gail's agreeing with me, man, and trust me, that's something. But no, that's what I mean, and I'm always mindful not to make it sound horrible because I don't want to make it out like I hate the place. I don't hate anybody, but I just know I want better for my football club. And sorry, being a nice guy doesn't do nothing for me. Being a good on social media, I don't care for that stuff. If you're not good on the pitch, I just don't care for it. Danny saying killers on the team. I agree, 1,000% massive overhaul needed. Absolutely, Danny. And yes, the nice guys and cute stuff and the team rah rah stuff was nice for a couple of years while it worked, while it was good under Bielsa. But we've got to move on now to a different period where we've got two players in each position, where we've got players that believe that they should be starting. That's it for me as well. I don't want people that are happy just to be in the squad. I need I need somebody to look at the starter and go, "You're not better than me. I should be playing ahead of you." And the thing is, I think we're going to get that under Jesse Marsh as he's on the quest for a cup. I genuinely believe that because before we've seen what we've done in the cup. Look at the Crawley game. Look at all these. Those players knew no matter how good they played, they weren't playing in the league. What I need is those players in the cup to say, "Listen, I've done the business in the cup. I've scored 2 goals. Am I going to get game time in the league as I think I deserve it?" That's the attitudes that we need to get now. Not all these people that are happy to be here on the bench. Nah, we need. Yeah, listen, as Jack's saying here, so many of our players aren't good enough, and the training pictures tell you that as well. It's much like the fixture list. If we ever got relegated and you see the championship fixtures, that's when it hits you. Those training pictures hit me in that way, in terms of we need new players, and I think the board are on it, people. I think they're on it. Fingers crossed, they're on it. Tommy with the super chat didn't put a message, but shout out to you, Tommy. You always support, and I will use that on a super more, as you always say. Um, yeah, Colin. Yes, we need to get rid of players, but click is going nowhere. He's too good on social media. Yeah, I know, and it's disheartening for me because I see him when he posts, and he thinks he's funny, and all the fans eat it up. Oh, click, oh, I love you forever. I hope you stay forever. I mean, it's like, oh, jeez, come on, come on. You gotta want better, man. You gotta lift the bar for yourselves, people. Because in the same moment, if we start losing games, the same people will start complaining that the team's not good enough. You can't have it both ways. You just can't. Slim Ben is saying you're not horrible, but we've already been on that road with players. I just hope that we can part ways of the Tylers and Forshaw and the Llorente stuff. I actually, you know what, Slim Ben, I actually think Llorente. I'm giving him another chance because I do think that it was just a loss of form and a loss of confidence, which is why his performances really started to deteriorate in the latter part of the season. I'm willing to see what he's about, but what I will say, if he was to be sold, it wouldn't surprise me either. One of those. I'm right there with Llorente. I haven't completely given up with him yet. I think that there's still a good player in there, and hopefully, with the midfielders coming in and the strikers coming in that we're planning to get, his passing won't go to waste like it did last year. Not his fault. Again, not Dan James's fault because he's not a striker, but that's what was happening last year. He was trying to do his like clever through balls and passes, but no one was picking them up. So it just looked wasteful. But I do like Llorente, so I'm not giving up on him just yet. I'm willing to be wrong about it as always, but I'm not giving up on Llorente just yet. And neither is Gail. Gail, we've agreed on 2 things today, man. This is a breakthrough night. This is great. Gavin Parry saying we need a quality centre back. Ooh, the thing is with me, Gavin, I think we've got good enough centre backs, but we just need to make the pieces around them better so they don't look as exposed as they did last season. That was the main thing for me. You could tell we weren't working with proper fullbacks. We were certainly not working with proper midfielders or a striker. If you get the pieces around them, I think they will look a lot better, especially Pascal. I've got all the faith in Pascal Strout. I genuinely do. Um, again, he was another one that lost his confidence towards the end of the season after all the beatings we took. I just think that when we get the pieces around them that are better, they will look better too. I'm willing to put some money on that too. Not too much. Not too much. Um, and that's a problem as well. Jamie Lowe here. We have so many poor players, we can't move on. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yet again, how many weeks ago did I say I haven't seen a link for players out? The only one I saw was the one Allison brought up about Tyler Roberts to Cardiff, which was a fake one. But it's true. We've got so many players that are not being linked with moves away up until today with Costa to Norwich. That would be a good one. We've seen Creswell being linked with a loan move away, but I want to speak about that in a separate video. But it's just, yeah, we can't get rid of some of these players, people. That's the big issue. But that's what I'm trying to say as well to people that think some of these players are good enough. If they were good enough, there'd be more interest in them. They would, because we finished 17th. So people would be looking at those players and saying, hey, we could do with this guy. Let's take him. Much like Tarkovsky's left Burnley on a free to Everton, you would think that some of our players would be looked at by teams above, but they're not. No one cares about them, and championship clubs are not really in the mode of buying players at this moment in time. Not like they used to. You know what I mean? Yeah, we just need to be better all over. So hopefully, again, back to the Raphinha thing. Hopefully, this Raphinha sale and the Calvin sale help us in that quest of getting our squad just stronger. That's what we need. That's what we need now. Okay, Alfie saying I'm going to give the players who have been shocking this season one more chance because I'm going to stay positive and hope Marsh makes them better. Well, Alfie, I mean, listen, I hear that, but Marsh came in and was running out of ideas. Just remember the last game, all the games we had with Jesse Marsh. Even our 3-0 win against Watford was appalling. Like, only we could win 3-0 and make it look appalling. It's crazy, isn't it? But this is what I'm saying, Alfie. Marsh did try and make him better in the little time he had, and maybe he can get a tune out of a couple of them. I think they're banking on that with Firpo for one. I think Sam Green was going to be in the squad. I thought he might go out on loan, but he's been working his tail off, and Jesse likes him. But there's some of those though that are just not it. And I think even he knew it. He was getting towards the end of his tether with a few of these players. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Tom's asking, is Rodrigo done? Or does he have a chance to have a good season? Listen, first time, second time, maybe third time's a charm. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, Tom. And again, he got me. He got me last season. He got me for 3 games. I was on the Rodrigo bandwagon. I was there, and he let me down, man. He let me down. So, um, let's have a look. Pete Hill saying, agree, KG, think Shackleton, Costa, Roberts, Click, Pervader should all be surplus to requirements. Absolutely. That's a great list, Pete. And actually, that's a list I think you could actually get some money from. That's a list that's definitely got some money in it. It's the other ones, man. It's the ones that I really should go that this year. But listen, yeah, Shackleton, I think his time is up. I think it's time for him to seek pastures new. Costa, definitely his time is up here. Roberts' time should definitely be up. Click, Pervader. It's a good list, and that's a way of getting in some good money. You know, that's a decent list as well, Pete. That's a really good one. Jack Wilson saying, gotta be thankful to Raphinha and KP for helping us to improve this squad and keep us in the Prem. And this is it as well. This is okay. This is where, let me just take a sip. Hold on a minute. That's where I am with Raphinha. I know he's going to another Premier League club, and I know he's going to come back and he's going to probably score against us and do a dance. But for me, I'm just thankful that we had him for 2 years. I'm thankful of that. I'm thankful that he was here, and he kept us up. It was on his back. If it wasn't going through Raphinha, who was it going through? It would go through Harrison one game every three. But don't get me wrong, I like Jack Harrison. And again, I do see him probably being one of our left wing back options. But for me, Raphinha, he doesn't go with any ill will from me. Yes, it's Chelsea. I know it will rile some people up, but for me, Chelsea have given us what we want in terms of money up front. We can do our business. There's going to be add-ons in there. I don't know what they're going to consist of, but we have to take care of ourselves. Raphinha was never going to stay here long term. Even when we was talking about Raphinha possibly giving us another year, it was all hope. It was all hope, wasn't it? It was never realistic because you could see the talent level. It was too high for us. So yeah, I'm gonna be thankful. It's gonna be interesting to see him in that Chelsea shirt, man. It's gonna be like, oh man, damn. But listen, it is what it is. We have to look after Leeds United. That's the main thing now. Players come and players go. But listen, all of us here talking Leeds United fans, we're still gonna be here. So we can't rely on just one person, and that's what they did last year. We're gonna have to even this out. Let's have a look. And yeah, even into everyone. Colin saying there's only 30 likes. Oh, that's shocking. Please hit the like button. Just shrink the video, hit the like button, and come back to me. Lee's 1-2. Rafa kept us up and end of. So good luck to him. Yeah. That's how I am. Leeds 1-2. That's how I'm thinking. AJ is asking Rafa after Chelsea, what's the fee? Fabrizio said between 60 to 65 million with add-ons, and we get him most of the fee up front. Let's talk Knights. We have to get Gakpo, Kamara, De Ketelaere. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that one's even viable. I don't know. I'm not sure. But actually, they've been talking about there being a little bit of a hiccup with the Tyler Adams one because it's dealing directly with the club that give us, or not give us, but sold us Augustin. So I'm not sure if that one's even going to be a starter. But this is what I mean. We have to see him. We have to go. What is that? Dad. Joe just sent me over Joe. Joe, shout out to Joe, man. Shout out to Joe. Yeah, I had to come on now because listen, you know what it is, people. There's 20 minutes until a certain program comes on, and I will be dipping. Man. So but you see how I am right now, like so smiling, carefree, relaxed. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Considering we're about to lose our two best players and we finished 17th last year. It is kind of mad. Yeah, it's kind of mad that I'm acting like this, but it's because I just think that we're gonna make the squad better than last year. That's my hope. That is my hope. Um, Not my hope. That's my wish. I want the squad to be better. So if it takes losing two of those people, so be it. Use the money and get this squad fleshed out. Vic Vinegar's asking, "Oh, a nice would you rather?" KG straight up Kamara Burger for me all day long. Burger for me all day long in terms of just what he can do on the pitch. He's a threat at both ends of the pitch in terms of defensive work. You can't get the ball off him. He's going to be a threat at attacking set pieces. Good for a goal, good passer of the ball. Sanderberg for me. Yeah, Gail, man. Gail saying that she's more chilled out about next season. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? You would think that when you're losing your two best players, that you might be a bit nervous, but I'm not nervous right now. Obviously, if they don't sign anybody, I'm gonna be hella panicking. It's gonna be mad. But I'm just not nervous at this point in time. Yeah, shout out to Joe. You've just gone up, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. Ben's Gakpo or Cornet, or Gakpo for me, because I don't think we need Cornet, especially with keeping Jack Harrison. It's a toss up between those two, isn't it? So I'd rather keep Harrison, get Gakpo in, who's more of an attacking player, because we need goals, people. That's it. We need goals. That's the most important thing. We've been lacking in that. We were conceding a bunch, but we weren't scoring any goals, people. We need threats from all ends of the pitch, wide and up front. We need it. Some people are sick of the Raf and KP hype. Well, this is it. I've said it about 3, 4 videos ago. I'm just tired of talking about these two. I want them gone in the nicest possible way so we can move on as a club and as a fan base. We can move on and know what we've got to play with and bring in the new players. That's it for me. Like I am sick of talking about it too, and which is why I'm probably just so nonplussed about the transfers and where they're going. They could have gone anywhere. I even accepted Raphinha going to Liverpool, and you guys know how much stick I get from Liverpool fans. I wouldn't have cared less. I couldn't care less. I couldn't. Just as long as we get the money. Samantha Scott. Don't want Adam. His name is Tyler. Oh my lord. Well, that's deep. Samantha, that is deep. Yeah, we are Leeds. We need at least 4 more signings. Absolutely, we do. Absolutely. Thomas, if this is like Allison's Tyler Roberts to Cardiff thing, CDK is in England right now. You guys, man, don't be messing about. Don't be messing about. Nigel saying we don't know what to expect next season. It's all change. It is all change, Nigel. But you know what? It's exciting change for me. Just put it this way: if we had gone into the season with this squad that we've currently had before the free signings came in, we would have been probably relegated, Nigel. There's no way for me we would have finished above the bottom 3 with this current squad. So the fact that we're getting in new players, it is exciting. It is all change and it is exciting for me. It is something into the unknown, but for me, it's a good unknown. And trust me, I see Jesse Marsh going on a cup run. He's determined to get some silverware here, and we're gonna go strong in the cups. Watch the armpits, man. Watch the armpits. Alex is saying, is it just me or is this season more exciting than ever with losing Raf and KP? It's mad, isn't it, Alex? I completely hear you. I completely hear you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing this whole, yeah, I'm glad they're gone. I don't care. I don't care about Raf and KP. It's nothing like that. Trust me, I'm not doing that. As Ed would say, I'm not saying that they're butters and I never like them anyway. I'm just saying that it's exciting because we're going into a new era and not relying on 2 players so much. I think we're going to get a spread of good play from a lot of people. Really do. Michael Cashmore, you just don't look like a Love Island kind of guy. Well, what does that look like? What does that look like? Robert with a super chat. Thank you so much, Robert. Would Ivan Tony come to Leeds? I don't know. I gotta be honest, Robert. I don't know about Ivan Tony, but again, I think he'd be way too pricey for us. And plus, Brentford don't like us anyway, so they wouldn't be looking to sell us in, very cheaply. But Ivan Tony, I know he was linked to Newcastle, but you know he's been to Newcastle before, and obviously Newcastle have got a very exciting project going on. So, but I don't think he would come to Leeds, and I think it would be way too expensive. And I think we can do better as well. By the way, I think we can do better. Alfie's saying Bamford score 20 plus goals. Well, that would be a good way to say sorry for the appalling season that he had due to injury and other issues. Yeah. Oh, Mark, put it back. Love Island, I'm taking my light back. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. No, HM. Do you want Ox for 10 million? We have enough problems with injured players, HM. We do not need to be adding the main event of injured players. No, thank you. You can keep Ox to yourselves. Thank you. Oh, Bandy's not feeling Jesse. He's saying, I hope to eat my words, but I don't think Jesse Marsh can do it for us. And listen, Bandy, that's your opinion. And like you know me as well, Bandy. When I've said on here, when I predict Leeds to lose, I always hope I'm wrong. And just like you, I'm sure you hope you're wrong too. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Let's have a look. That's it. Yeah, but pretty easy. Calma, Bradley. Calma. Kieran saying, I just want a stress-free season, but that's never going to happen. Yeah, I would take. Listen, Kieran, me too. Last season was tough, and I was mentioning it on Joe's channel the other day. And shout out to everyone that watched that, man, and enjoyed that chat. with Joe on his channel. But it's true. I would much prefer just to be middle of the road next season. And I hate those teams. But after last season, I can't do that again. I can't do that again. It was so tough doing the match reactions and trying to, after a while, you just couldn't find any more positives. And it was just like, oh my God, trust this team to go into the bottom three with like 3 games to go, whenever it is. So, but yeah, I hear you, man. Let's just have a boring middle of the road season with a good cup run, please. That would be lovely. Gordon White saying KP and Raphinha's are a transfusion to breathe life back in the squad. Yeah, absolutely. That's the way you got to look at it. As much as people are probably going to look at it as we're losing our 2 best players, we're in trouble. I just don't see it that way unless we don't recruit. But I just don't see that happening. And I've just put it out there now. I probably look stupid, but no, I just don't see that happening at all. PSF say KG, I told you Raf wasn't going to Arsenal. Yeah, listen, if it had happened, it would have been because is this the best I can get, Deco? Are you sure? All right, I'm gonna sign. And he'd be like this on the paper. He'd be like, are you sure? Really, really slowly. Really slowly. That's what he would have done. I'm serious. I just could not see it happening. It didn't make any sense for Raphinha with his skill set and talent to go to a club that isn't in the Champions League or likely to get into the Champions League places either. It just didn't make any sense. Now is evolution. KG, the trouble is even average players now cost an absolute fortune. That can be true depending on their profile. I mean, we're seeing Harry Winks being linked with a 20+ million move to Everton. That's appalling business. Somebody, when we was linked with him back in January, I said there's no point getting Harry Winks because we've already got one in Adam Forshaw. It's just that their profiles are different. So when you say Adam Forshaw and Harry Winks, you think you're getting 2 different players. You're not. You're getting 2 people that run around and do simple 5-yard passes. They're the exact same player, but Adam Forshaw just older. You can't. That's the thing with me as well, people. You can't get me with hype. I watch too much football for anyone to try and convince me with their words that someone's a good player. It just won't happen with me. So yeah, we have to look into deals. Listen, we got Mark Rucker for 10 million. That's a great deal. Christensen, that's a great deal at 10. We are getting some good players in for good money. Yes, I do think we're going to have to. You know what? I wouldn't mind if CDK becomes our record signing, so we can. This is superficial. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's very superficial, but just so we don't have to say Rodrigo's our most expensive player anymore. You know what I mean? I hope that Club Brugge say, listen, make it 30 and we'll say yes. Because then we can actually say that CDK is our most expensive signing ever. See, that's just so superficial. I'm so sorry, but yeah, it's much better than saying Rodrigo's your record signing and having to explain that to people. So yeah, let me just have a look and see if there's any more news or anything that's come up. And while I'm doing that, please hit the like button, please. So look. No. Just a lot of people making fun of Arsenal here. I'm not going to join in with that. I'm not going to join in with the whole Arsenal slander. They're going to get enough of that. I mean, even Domino's Pizza got involved. That's mad. That's all mad. Wow. Crazy. Paul O'Connell. Hey, KG, I appreciate we are a stepping stone club. Good. As long as you get that in your head, everything should be okay. But do you think with ambition and common sense board level decisions, we might not have had to be if KP and Raf bought into the project? Paul, yeah, I mean, listen, the board level decisions are why we are losing the 2 players because they didn't do enough last year. They didn't do enough last season and they didn't do enough in January. So all the talk of those new contracts that were being signed, it was all gone. It was all disappearing as the season went on. There's a reason why Calvin changed his agent. You don't really change your agent for a new contract. You change your agent when you want to move. Yeah, listen, we have to live with what happened last season in terms of the lack of recruitment and the place we finished. We're paying for it now, but maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes things happen for a reason. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it is. So yes, it would have been nice to build with the KP and Raf and get the players that we've been linked with, but I don't think we're in a position to do that either. So we have to, you can't always get what you want. As Faith No More said, you want it all, but you can't have it. Yeah, it's pretty much true. It's pretty much true. So you have to give, you get giveth and you taketh, but it is what it is, Paul. Alex saying people have to remember 5 subs next season. I think the board knows in building up the squad. Yeah, I definitely believe that the board know about that and are much aware of that. They know we can't be in a position like we were in last year. Definitely. Alfie had a question there, and I'm going to give you an honest answer here, Alfie. Alfie's asking, do you think KP will regret going Man City halfway through the season? I would say no, because there's going to be medals at the end of it, but also I don't care, and it's not like I don't care in terms of he's struggling, he's on the bench, he's not getting as much game time as he wants. Listen, you make your choices in life. He wants to go to win stuff. He wants to go and play with better players. That's what he's doing. He can't get any better than Man City. So he's doing what he has to do. And if he does regret it, so be it. But what I don't want is people then saying, you know what, in January, we should try and get Calvin Phillips back, because that's not going to happen either. So, yeah, for me, I guess it's just the way I am. I'm very, once something's gone, I just move away from it. I don't dislike it. I don't hate it. I don't, you know what I mean? I just move on from it. That's the way I am. That's just my personality. Let's have a look. Max H, can Rodrigo have a retrial, please? No, he's done. He's done. Trials, no more trials. He's getting no more chances. Rico, words of the great philosopher, Faith No More. Yeah, man, Mike Patton. That's what he said. Bradley, KG, you're giving me Ekin-Zu vibes. What, I'm causing drama and then just like running away. Yeah, nah, Ekin-Zu, she's made the series so far. She's made the series so far. But we need to get some more Antigone content too, man. It's kind of mad. Can't believe that no one's chosen her, by the way. Can't believe it. It's crazy. Crazy. KG hits them with the "if you leave, you'll never have me again." Yeah, if you walk at that door, you won't come back no more. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Absolutely. Look at Mark here. A little bit of philosophy here. Live in the present. The past is gone. The future is unknown. Absolutely. Absolutely. Vic, if I speak, I'll be in big trouble. Big trouble. And I don't want to be in trouble, so I prefer not to speak. Okay? Dawn, we're Leeds and we're proud of it. Absolutely. And that's one thing, as we come to the end, everyone here has to remember the club will always go on. And we've been in worse positions than this, people. We almost went out of business after the Ridgedale debacle. Always remember, the club is always your first star. As Kenny Ken always says it, the club is the star, not the players. And he's absolutely right. Always remember that. We will always move on. So just remember that. No, doesn't matter. It might feel bad losing 2 of these players, but be excited for the next players that are coming in. Raphinha, go. Hey, are you still going to keep that name? Are you still going to keep that? Do we want Foster as backup? Yeah, absolutely do. Absolutely do. Yeah, that's another thing they've got to move in quickly. Getting a sub keeper. Preseason's already starting now. With the training. Get him in. Get that experienced goalkeeper in and help Melier out. Give him some advice. Arex podcast, Sterling and Raphinha on the wings. We can finally create chances. Oh, okay, Arex is a Chelsea fan. Yeah, listen, Arex, that's listen. You get Sterling and Raphinha. That's an amazing couple of signings that you've made. From going from signing nobody to signing those two, that is amazing. And hopefully Havertz has a better year. I'm being more selfish because I want him to do well for Germany, but yeah, that's tremendous. You still need to sort out your centre backs, man. You've been losing centre backs like you've been losing weight. You know what I mean? But that's Chelsea. That is Chelsea. Hey, we're coming to the last 5 people, so let me just get your last bits of comments in. Charlie saying, I'm not bothered that they're gone. Good luck to them. My worry is how the board will replace them. They really can't mess this up. Yeah, I mean, listen, big pressure on them. Big pressure on them. Let me see. Somebody saying that Fabrizio's had another update. Let me just check. Okay, right. As of 4 minutes ago, Fabrizio, shout out to everyone in the chat that let me know. Chelsea have already sent an official proposal to Raphinha and his agent Deco to discuss personal terms, as Bowley wants to be fast to avoid problems. Work in progress. Chelsea will also send new bid to Manchester City for Raheem Sterling. Tuchel wants 2 wingers. Wow. Oh man, wouldn't it be nice to be in that bracket and play with those kind of players and get those kind of players in? It'd be amazing, isn't it? One day we'll be back there, people. One day, those Milan and Barcelona nights will be coming back, but just not this year. Just not this year. um, but yeah, listen. I'm gonna leave it there. I will be back at some point because obviously there's a few other things to talk about, especially if the rumored loan for Charlie Creswell goes through. We'll have that to discuss. Yeah, I mean, is there anything else people want to throw out there? And of course, people in the comments, if you're watching the video after, please put your thoughts of anything discussed in the comments or anything you want to see come in after Raphinha and Phillips go. You know the drill. No, thank you guys for joining me, man. Over 700 of you here. Please hit a like on the video. Wow, that was quick. Listen, Raphinha Goat has literally just changed. Has just changed the name. There we go. No more Raphinha Goat. Now Christensen King. That's tremendous. Just like that. Wow, Raphinha. The bed's still warm, man. He's still here. He's still here. Oh God. And Bandy being as hopeful as he ever is, Bandy is saying Raphinha will stay. Bandy, you are tremendous too, man. Never leave my channel, please. Please never leave. You are great and great stream. Yeah, listen, you guys have been great tonight, and it's been wicked talking to you guys. But I'm gonna have to dip now. I'm gonna have to dip. It's just the way it is. But listen, people, I'll be back at some point, maybe this week, and we'll talk about Charlie Creswell and any other incomers that may come in. I hope you will all join me then. Hit a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you soon. Peace out, people. Peace.